Hi guys, my name's Coach Steve of Joy and Success Coaching of Philadelphia. Today's video, I'm going to address a question I was written in by a viewer. I'm going to start off this video before I get to the heart of the question by reading here from the Webster's Dictionary the definition of fidelity and infidelity. Fidelity, per Webster's Dictionary, is defined as faithfulness, loyalty, integrity. And infidelity is defined as dishonesty, treachery, or unfaithfulness in married persons. And I wanted to start with that just so we are all using the same terms. It's important to be specific sometimes about what words do or don't mean when used in a certain context. So the question that I was asked, and I'm only going to do a little bit of a dipping the toe in here today. We're not going to go into a deep dive, but you can leave me a comment below if you're interested to hear more about this topic. Emotional infidelity or emotional cheating? Basically, the question was, I guess, my thoughts or opinions on the topic. I know I've heard probably arguments for or against the concept counting as cheating. To give you guys the gist, the viewer writes in and says they are partnered. They have come back into contact recently with an ex. Does any return of emotional feelings towards the ex count as cheating or infidelity, given that they are currently partnered? And this is, at best, all the information I have to go on based on the question I was asked. I would have a lot of questions for both context and clarity as a coach that I would want to ask and would help inform, I guess, the direction I would take this particular client in with this question. But to try to answer the question that I was asked as best as I can with the information I have at the current time would be, for starters, what my opinion is not relevant and does not matter. It would really be, what is it that you are looking for in your relationship, and what terms and conditions do you believe need to apply? More so than do I think it counts as, or am I making the judgment call of right or wrong, good or bad? Uh, that's maybe a whole other video for a philosopher to dive into. As a coach, I am not here to judge good or bad. I'm here to help get you to the outcome that you believe would bring you the most joy in your life. So with a situation like this, I think some of the important questions that I would ask, which wouldn't change the context, would be, how long were you and the ex together for? How long have you and the current partner been together for? How long have you and the ex been separated? What was the reason for that separation? Is the current partner aware of the ex? And more importantly, what are their feelings or boundaries regarding this? If they have expressed a boundary regarding this, whether or not you consider it cheating, or whether or not some video online or a coach you've worked with considers it cheating or not, your partner has expressed a boundary regarding your spending time with former romantic partners. And if that for them is a boundary and that has been expressed, then you proceed forward however you choose to, knowing full well that they have a boundary regarding this and have expressed it. You can test that boundary at your own peril if you choose. I guess another question would be, if they are loosely aware of the ex but have not expressly said this is a boundary for them, do have they been made aware that you were developing feelings for the ex again? If they are aware of that, what are their concerns or boundaries regarding that? Have you invited them to spend time together with you and the ex at the same time if you have been spending time with this ex in person in real life? Or is your current partner aware that that's been happening? And has they been invited? It would be really hard for someone to believe, hey, there's nothing going on here, but you can't come with us. Well, if there's nothing going on, then why can't I be in the room? Would be their likely response. Again, to not make this a very long video, as I said, it's not relevant what my opinion on is it cheating or not would be. This would really be a concern that needs to be communicated with your current partner if you have found yourself rekindling a connection with an ex, even in a way that has not escalated physically at the present time, and to really make sure that you and your current partner are on the same page regarding any boundaries that may be potentially crossed with these kind of interactions. If it is not something they're comfortable with, then you have to decide the best way for you to move forward with the evidence at hand based on how much time you have in with the ex, how much time you have in with your current, and a bunch of other factors that would really require nuance and specificity to get into. Again, do you view one partner versus the other as making you feel more heard or understood? Is this a bit of just nostalgia? Which one could you see really having a future and a family with? There are a lot of things to consider, I guess, when facing this dilemma of suitor A versus suitor B. So, if you guys have any questions, feel free to send me an email at joyandsuccesscoaching@gmail.com. I'm wishing you the best of joy and success. You take it easy.